Good morning. Welcome to day 9. You can hear the bells at church. It's Pentecost. That's where we stayed last night. So I wanted to show you that door. It's cloudy right now, but it's not raining, so that's good. The pastor, who we just had breakfast with, lives right there next to the church. And yeah, Mazda is a really nice place. We're on our way though to Lizier, and we're hoping that the rain stays away. Getting ready to leave Mazda behind. Just wanted to show you the view here along the river. It's not bad. What I want to show you is up in the distance though. There's a huge cave that we're going to be going to and through. And it's up that way where you see those rocks. A couple kilometers, and it's supposed to be really cool. Well, bro, it's a neat place. Unfortunately, he's closed. But that says something about glass blowing. He's a glass blower. Oh yeah, check out his sign. That's cool. I'd love to see what he has inside, just so I could show you, man. But glass blower here in the Mazda Zeal, right before we get to the caves. So far, this is all I've really seen about the cave is the ceramics that they make. Now check this out. That's the cave over there, which now has a tunnel through it, where the water comes out. Yeah, we're gonna get to walk through it. This is awesome.
So probably all you can hear at this point is the sound of the crashing water as it comes down the falls here and then heads back toward Mazda Zeal. But bro, man, this is your kind of place. You could ride these out and then get out down there by your glass blowing shop. Maybe you should think about moving to France. So in we go into the cave. Nice that there's lights because I don't know how long it is. Could be long. Probably lose GPS signal, but I think you get the point. We're going into a big cave. This is totally a crazy huge cave. And the water comes through it. There's just like caves all over the place. Over there, back there, up there. It's huge. It's not chilly in here, but if you look up there, ooh, I don't know if you can see it. You can actually go exploring in this cave. They got some trails, but I don't know if we have the time. Clearly there's something up there. Oh yeah, there's definitely a way in, but there's also this big, huge metal fence here. If you look inside, let's see if we can get you inside there at all. Can you see anything in there? Not really. There's a clock. But it's closed. So it doesn't look like we're going inside the cave, even if we had the time. Well, I would love to though. See anything over here? What does it say? Oh, they open at 10. And that's in an hour and a half. And, yep, that's not going to happen. Because I got to walk. Well, we've reached the end of the cave. There's this nice walk with a timeline here that runs, well, all the way up until now. And then it goes even farther, but it was really dark and I couldn't really get a good shot of it. But I'd say it's a kilometer and a half long. So this is about as much history as we're going to get on the grot right now, or the cave. Prehistoric, 14,000 years of history. A grand site of the Midi-Pyrenees. Yep, but everything's closed because there is another place here that you could look inside, but we're just a little too early. It's 8:30 and nobody's open at 8:30. Well, except for the boulanger, which is why we had fresh bread and croissant. About a mile or two from the grot, from the cave. Just going to show you the view. We looked back. We haven't done a number 4 shot in a while. Right over here, there's a lonely church, though. And we're going to show you that. And it looks like going up the hill are the Stations of the Cross, which we learned about on our last trip. Yeah, it's neat. Right behind it, up the hilly there. Up to there. I think that's what that is. Barry, am I right? Right? So we just came through this little small town, not sure what it's called. I just wanted to show you something though. I'm not judging the French when I say they drive fast. They know they drive fast. It's just a statement of fact. I mean, they even make things in the road, like this right here. See, this takes a 2-lane road, which is this, and for a short distance, turns it into a 1-lane road. And they have to, you know, navigate this diagonal from both directions, of course, in an effort or an attempt to keep people slowed down, especially when they're going into or out of a town. And you can see at the other end of that town, which is, 200 yards away, there's another one. In cities, they have speed bumps very often. They have speed bumps, huge ones, at crosswalks, and they also have other things like that I just showed you that takes 2 lanes and turns into 1, just to make people slow down just for a little bit. Because as soon as that's gone, they're back at the speed. We're a little bit more than halfway. That says Lizier is only 9.5 kilometers. I like that. 9.5 is better than more. So how many miles is that? 6? About, roughly, something like that. So 6 more miles, 2 more hours, and we'll be there. Hopefully the rain holds up, but that sky looks dark. I'm not really sure what we're missing up there in the clouds, but you can see we're missing something, because you see the ridge, but then there's sometimes you see the ridge and it ends in the clouds, like right over there. So we've been following this earthen track now, with trees on both sides, trees there, which have been pretty good shelter from the rain, now that it actually is raining. The rain that was supposed to stop at 11 started again at like 11:30, and so yes, we're in the sweatbox again. So not that it's a record, it won't be a record until we get to 20 days in a row with rain, because I think that's what Paris was. Paris was like 30 out of 34 days it actually rained on that walk, on the beginning, and we're nowhere near that yet, but it is
3 hours, 30 minutes completed. 30 minutes. You've covered 10.84 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
You need to know that when I have the video on, you don't talk to me. So this trail has gotten significantly smaller since we started walking through it, and for the most part, this tall grass has been getting my feet and socks all wet. But that's nothing compared to the tree that's blocking the way. This will be fun. We successfully circumnavigated the tree, but as you can see, our shoes are all wet, and so are our socks. So we had to climb through some really tall grass, like that stuff, and almost when we were going to get through the day without wet feet. Ah, well, what are you going to do? C'est la vie. Another pretty little tree-lined street. These are younger trees as compared to most of them, but over here we've got rows and rows of little pine trees, and up there in the hill we have more rows and rows of little pine trees. One can guess what this might be. I'm sure they have them in France as well as in the US. We're about 2 kilometers from Saint-Lizier, and we've come across our last small town, which we have no idea what it's called. The sun's joined us, but this place looks pretty neat. I know it's going to look more like a shadow, but it's pretty cool. So we're actually in Montjoie on Croissant, and I'm going to show you a picture of the church in town before. And oh yeah, that's a little bit in destruction there, but it's neat. Anyway, we'll come around, see the same view now, and it's, yeah, they've done a pretty good job of restoration. Neat little town. So this is Saint-Lizier. We were trying to come down a bit to get a better shot, because when we were up there, all those power lines and stuff got in the way. Though we were much higher up a hill, and it would have been a much nicer shot without the power lines. And now we got this tree, and we got little chorizo down there. At least he's not barking. Maybe when we get around this tree you can see the rest of it. I don't know. If you can, I'll make a different video, and you'll never know about this one. This is the little town square here in Saint-Lizier. There's a wonderful fountain in the middle. And over here's the Office of Tourism, which is closed today. Even though when we called, I thought they said they were open. Well, the pastor called, so left a message, but nobody's here. Looks like I'm going to be searching for a place to stay. So the sun is fully out now, the clouds are gone, and I'm going to show you where we're staying. Actually, it was very, very fortunate, because we were about 2 seconds away from getting a hotel. I mean, literally 2 seconds from pushing the button that says, yes, I agree to come to this hotel, when the lady from the Office of Tourism walked up, and, oh, that's cool. Yeah, this is a neat place. Walked up and said, yes, you called this morning, I got the message, and here she was, just in the nick of time, before I spent, you know, $100, $50, whatever it was. No, it was more like $100. It's supposed to be a really nice place. Actually, with the palace up on the hill was the closest thing that was available.
So even though we're not staying at the castle or the palace, we walked up here because you get quite a view, and try not to go too quickly, but we're going to do a 360, maybe a 270. I don't know, it depends on the wind, but the view coming up. Yeah, didn't see this earlier. Look at those mountains. Beautiful. And then there's even more over there. Yep, it's going to be a 360.